Stella Sora is a better anime mobile game than Chaos Zero Nightmare, and it honestly gives me no pleasure to be making a comparison video like this. However, the thing is, I'm a tell it like it is influencer, and the fact is, the toxic gamer bros that promote Chaos Zero Nightmare just cannot stop insulting the premier game that is Stella Sora. First, you got your redditors who are just massively working overtime downvoting any high effort thread promoting Stella Sora. Like, this is a high effort Reddit post I found made by someone recommending the game, and you see they're showing images, they're showcasing the amazing gameplay here. You know, even if you disagree with this post, I think we can just all agree that it is very high effort, and this poster, they're just bringing a lot to the table when it comes to quality Reddit content. But the thing is, this quality content just gets mass downvoted in a major way, and all the comments are concern trolling the same exact issue on gacha prices in the game. But then on the subject of Stella Sora's gacha prices, I found this other Reddit post clearing up misinformation with this very cutesy infographic, very high effort. Like, I want to emphasize this is some high effort Reddit content here, and yet again the content is just mass downvoted. Meanwhile, we go to a Chaos Trans Rightsmare review thread, and it's just a half-assed checklist that has zero insight, evaluation, or offers zero specifics on anything. There are no pictures in this post, it's extremely low effort Reddit content, and this gets 484 upvotes. And it was at this point I realized that what we had going on here was a clear Reddit bias. For whatever reason, CZN became the Reddit game, and once a Reddit bias is set, it's just hard to kinda unset it due to the hive mind nature of the 2025 internet. And over the past week, we've seen this Reddit bias leaked onto other social media, such as the X platform, where X posters are even more explicit in promoting Chaos Reddit Nightmare over Stella Sora. Then finally, other influencers take note of the Reddit bias and think, oh, this looks like some easy ad revenue, and they just amplify the message that the brain-dead, uneducated, unintelligent masses want to hear. YouTube in 2025 is basically about finding stray, retarded sheep scattered across the internet, whether it be Reddit, X, 4chan, maybe other YouTube comment sections, and then your job as a YouTuber is to just kinda herd these retarded sheep to your video with a clickbait title and thumbnail. Basically, you tell the people what they want to hear, and ideally you are sexy man too, as that just makes your words hold more weight. That's kind of a free life tip from me. If you find people are just ignoring your insight on things more than others, you're probably just ugly. Stella Sora is populated with 100% traditional, short, powerful anime mobile gaming hoes. And these strong, capable white women specialize in winning at this video game, and this means you can safely put a stegosaurus such as Mystic on autoplay. Then you can do something else with your time, like feed in deadlock, and by the time you come back to the game, you'll see that Mystic has beaten the video game for you. Meanwhile, Chaos Hetero Nightmare takes the approach of having 10% gay man, then 10% furry, and you might be like, okay, so far not bad. The problem is that the remaining 80% is made up of these very underpowered, unintelligent, ungay, ugly Coomerbait witches, generated via AI. Like, here's a thread I found on the internet going over this. So they draw a circle around her boobs showing it's too big, and it had to have been AI generated. Same thing with her pants being unbuttoned. And then she has a messed up arm, and also her boobs are too big, and then he's also all sorts of messed up. Her boobs are too big as well, and then his boobs are also too big. Now, the problem with the game having these sort of horny bait AI-generated witches is that, unfortunately, there is an audience for it, and that audience is just extremely stupid. Like, I came to this epiphany when I was going through a phase of calling out some objectively bad AI art on the X platform using logic, and yet these AI art posts would just get so many likes, and it was like, how? How is this getting so many likes? And then you look at the comments, and it's like, oh, I see, these people are just stupid. These people are just not poggers. They don't care about power, they don't care about meta-defining traits, they just want horny bait. This straight sell mindset leads to the game having these very underpowered and underwhelming units that are not self-sufficient, not intelligent, many not even white women, and you have to direct these units on what to do. There is no autoplay. So you tell these dumb bitches what spells to cast, only for them to just once in a while retardedly strip off their clothes and forget all their spells. Like my initial team I had in this game, the stupid slut Tressa would do this about 5 times per run, and then Ray would usually time her retarded stripping towards the end of the run. And even worse than Tressa, Ray stripping would just cause me an insta game over. So obviously I'm like, oh god, I need to summon for a new team here. I spend all my free-to-play summons and make a new team of a sexy man, a furry, and some AI-generated Uggo. This team didn't do the retarded stripping, but the units still just were really underpowered and I still couldn't beat difficulty 3. And I just kind of kept the cycle of losing on this difficulty for like the past week, but then like yesterday I unlocked this thing called Arcanian Supply. And in this unlock, an AI-generated hoe named Priscilla catches my eye, and I was like, oh, she might be powerful. You can see in the footage, I was even snip tooling her and circling her because I was just asking my Discord, how do I obtain this hoe? Obviously, I do my due diligence and search Priscilla tierless CZN online, and I see from Game 8 she's ranked as an SS tier captain above all the rest. So it's like fantastic, we might have an actual powerful, perhaps even omnipotent captain in this game. Anyways, I figure out I need to buy the Zero Data Pack, which I do. Then I just spend all my resources to instantly level it to 30 because I honestly just need the Omnipotent Priscilla right away in order to win at the video game. So I claim my Priscilla and it's like finally I have a powerful AI generated capable white woman. But then the thing is like I don't see her in my combatant list. And I was like, oh, what's going on here? Well, basically 10 minutes later, I find out that Priscilla is not a character, she's a fucking weapon. Like, I can't even set her as my home screen or see her in full form again, she's just permanently trapped in this small rectangle from now on until the end of time. Forced to support unqualified, ugly witches like Tressa, who retardedly strips her clothes and forgets her abilities. Meanwhile, Priscilla does like way more damage for way less the cost. This is just absolutely unacceptable. The aesthetic of Chaos Hetero Nightmare is very off-putting and honestly like overly scary. Like I just don't enjoy looking at what is happening on my screen in this game, whether it be the spider-like monsters, cyclops, boob jiggles, blood splatter, and gore, and just the general dark and depressing atmosphere. The single scenario, you're given a break from this dark and depressing atmosphere and given a nice, pleasant to look at, heavenly atmosphere, you're ambushed by this extremely scary big boob angel woman. Like, I honestly can't stand looking at that. Like, honestly, if I die and I rise up to heaven and I'm greeted by that thing, I would just be like, honestly, just send me down to hell. Like, at least there's demons that look cool down there. Stella Sora, in contrast, has an aesthetic that is all colorful and happy, and the Stegosauruses in the game look like they're having a fun time. The gameplay and Chaos Cuck wife share is just very annoying. Like, I already went over how you have to manually play the battles, but then the actual roguelike takes forever, and there's also a lot of reading and decisions you need to make. Like, just look at how much nodes are in this map. And you need to replay this manually every time to get a new build for your units, and not to mention you end up just losing half the time anyways, so you waste your time regardless. Compare this to Stella Sora, and in that game your such powerful Stegosauruses will easily auto the roguelike mode for you. And once you've already been in a run, you can just quick battle, and I always just auto-deploy everything for me. Then the game tells you how to make your Stegosaurus powerful with the red thumbs up icon. So you really just click the red thumbs up icons a couple times, and then in like 5 minutes you have a powerful Stegosaurus team. Meanwhile, in Chaos No Life Nightmare, you have to do all this reading and interaction. The game doesn't tell you how to become powerful, and the runs take like an hour. As for the gacha pricing and Stella Sora being like too expensive, well, that's just another Reddit bias. In Stella Sora, I am a free-to-play loser still before this video with account level 28 and 16,000 currency. And I have 17 powerful Stegosauruses, which includes a T2 Chitose and a T1 Mystic. Whereas in Chaos Reddit Nightmare, I'm at a higher level 32, I even spent money on the game, and I only have 902 currency. And I also don't even have 2 rows worth of captains, none of which are powerful. So from this, it's pretty obvious that if you fell for the Reddit meme that Stegosaurus is a harder game to level your hoes in, then, well, you're just an idiot.